What's up, you guys? Welcome back to WIDEBODY Nation. We are talking C8 Corvette wheels and tires for this video because, let's face it, now that there's been 3 production years of the C8, or maybe more, depending on when you're watching this video, those stock wheels, no matter which ones you got, if you got the Trident spoke, you got the Z51, any stock wheels from GM are not cutting it at all, no matter if they're black, whatever. So this video is going to cover OEM sizing. It's going to cover reusing your OEM tires. It's going to cover larger sizing, wider sizing, and even potentially downsizing depending on what you guys are trying to do. So personally, this is my twin turbo, about 800 plus horsepower C8 Corvette that I've had. It's a 2020, so I've had it for over a year now. It was twin turbo by Performance with the Extreme Turbo Systems C900 kit. So you can watch other videos on the car, but I have run through quite a few sets of wheels on this car, trial and error to the tunes of thousands of dollars. So rather than you guys messing up or learning the way I did, maybe this video can save you some money or at least save you some logistical heartache. So with that being said, if you guys are here from eVapors or from Jen and Rels or from any of my YouTube family, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button while you're down there and comment what kind of specs you run. And if you don't have a C8, let me know in the comments if you're trying to get one or you think these cars are too much hype. So I will talk tires as we go through the options because with every wheel selection, there is a tire selection, as you guys know. So currently, my C8 has these wheels on it, which I don't think you guys can see very well because I did a good job and, put them in the wrong area. So I have the Vorsteiner VPX-101, which is right here. They retail for between $4 and $5 and they are 1 inch larger in diameter than your stock wheel size because your stock wheel size is a 19 up front and 20 in the rear, and these are 20 up front and 21 in the rear. They are also a bit wider. I believe they're a half an inch wider in the front, and then they're a full inch wider in the rear because they're 9s up front and 12s in the rear. So 21 by 12 in the rear and 20 by 9 in the front. So considerably larger wheels. They still are lighter than your stock wheels because those stock wheels are cast garbage wheels. I mean, Chevy ran out of money. One thing about Dodge, they do a great job with the Hellcats and the Scat Packs. They put forged wheels on all of their Scat Packs and up for wide body applications, which is amazing. Those wheels are very light. They're very good and strong wheels. Chevy, they ran out of money. I'm convinced they ran out of money. So with that being said, with this 20 and 21 setup, because you're 1 inch larger, this is where you run into the kind of the Corvette purists, the Corvette nerds, and then more of like the people who like to have the best fitment. Personally, not only did I change tire type, but I also kept a pretty beefy tire size. So let me go through a couple photos here and show you guys what I mean. So we have these tires. So as you guys can tell, maybe not, my tires are still not what I would consider rubber band tires. And that's what you're going to run into. The main issue when you upsize your tires, whether you go up 1 inch or even maybe 2 inches. I've seen people put in 21s and 22s on C8s, but they have really, really small profile tires, which are not only hard to get, they're expensive. And if you hit the smallest pothole or curb or whatever it may be, you're probably messing up your rim and probably your tire too. But the rim is you can mess up a tire, but messing up a rim is just RIP in peace, you know what I'm saying? So with these, personally, I am running, and you better write this down, I kept the same side profile as stock, but I'm running the Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2s and not the Pilot Sport 4S or Pilot Sport 4 all seasons, because those are the tires you can get with the C8. The C8 comes with either the 4S or the all season. I went with the Cup 2 because it doesn't have the rim guard, which is the rim guard on a tire is that kind of it's the lip that goes around the rim, and yes, it kind of prevents you rashing up your wheels, but in my opinion, it just makes the tire look weaker and look more like a rubber band. In my opinion. So most tires do have that rim guard these days if they are a low profile tire, if they're not a track tire. Now, Do I like these Vorsteiners? Do I think they're a good deal? Um, mm, yes and no. I'm not super hot on a scale of 10. I'd be like a 6.9 out of 10 on these Vorsteiners. As you can see, they are Beef City, straight up Arby's. We have the meat set up because it's a 21 by 12 Outback. It's got some serious GTR looking fitment here, but I mean, here you can see this is a great kind of setup here. You can see that fitment right there. I mean, that is not stock fitment. Now I know I have not lowered the car. You guys have pointed this out. Many people have said they could fit their fist in this gap right here, which I would challenge them. They must have baby fist because that is not fist size hole. But what you're going to run into with these is I'm running a 245, 35, 20 up front. So I kept that 35 profile, and in the rear I'm running a 325 width by 30 profile. So remember, the 30 is a percentage of your width as the sidewall. It is not a millimeter, it's not an inch. It's a percentage of your width converted to the sidewall. So I'm running a 30 in the back, 30 profile, and a 21-inch tire. Obviously, it has to be the size of the rim, so you guys could probably figure that one out. Do I recommend this setup to people? I know E-Vapors, I know Jen and Rels are both considering. Well, Jen and Rels are currently running the black stock rim, so I think they are probably set for a couple months. But E-Vapors is definitely trying to get his done sooner rather than later. So he said he wants to do a 20 and a 21 setup. Personally, the only issue I really have with this setup is that the fronts do rub a little bit. On almost, when you get to almost full lock, the fronts they tend to rub on the inner part of the car. So like I guess we'll just go back to the same shot. So the fronts do rub on this inner, on the inside of it. So not in the front, they rub on the front axle in the inside of the fender well in here. So I actually dremeled out the mud flap. It's like a hard mud flap. It's the ABS plastic, so it's real easy to cut down with a razor. But you guys know, with big wheel and tires, with custom wheel and tires, sometimes that comes with the territory. So long story short, I mean, $5,000 for these wheels. They are forged, they are big, but I think that if you can get into these at around $4,000 plus the tires, I mean, it is definitely a pretty penny. So let's get into some other options. I know I kind of belabored that one a little bit. If I can use the chapters tool, I may do that, so I'll have to look into that for you guys. Paragon Performance. Okay, Paragon Performance. They have a lot of options. Unfortunately, not all of their options are in stock, but the reason I refer you guys here is because they have a big selection of quality brands and quality wheels, and they show their inventory status on their site, which is huge. So like, let's say you wanted to run these Bad Larrys right here, these Titans. I run this brand on my Subaru, actually, believe it or not. So this is the C8. That is not a Subaru. Don't know if you guys knew that. But, yeah, see, I run the Titans on my Subaru S209. And in my opinion, these Titan wheels are the best value out there. If they fit your car and you're not running Titans, I think that you are either spending extra money for looks, you're not spending extra money for performance, because these are comparably light to your lightest racing wheels, other than maybe a ForgeLine over here, but that's later in the video because they're so expensive. So, Titan wheels. ParagonPerformance.com. I have ordered multiple things from them, which we'll get into because I have a little bit of a bone to pick with them, but they're good dudes, they're good girls, whatever they identify as. They are good people. It's just that I kind of made a mistake, and I felt that their website should have been updated. Anyway, these Titan wheels, the Titan brand, Titan 7, they are forged. They are OEM size, roughly speaking. They're a half inch wider, so they're 19 by 9, and they're 20 by 11.5. So you could use your OEM tires, or you could beef them up a little bit. You can maybe go to a 255, a 265 width up front, and then back, maybe you could go to a 315. 325 might be a little bit, so I'd stay with the 305. But we'll talk tires again. Maybe I'll just save tires till the end because you guys care about wheels more than I think you do about tires. That's just personal opinion. I love the Titan. These Titan TS5s are unreal, but they are back order right now. So on their website, it shows right here. And so, folks, it's 2022. It's early 2022. It's hard to get stuff quickly right now, whether it's just little odds and end part, whether it's the mail, whether it's dog treats, whether it's, you know, your neutral strap covers for your Hellcat from destroyer1320.com, whether it's wheels. So I prefer to order things that are in stock because I hate waiting weeks and weeks and months for things just because they haven't even shipped yet because they're on back order. So I like Paragon Performance because they update their inventory every day. They have BBS, they have BC Forged, which these BC Forged wheels, they offer pretty much all of the kind of usual styles. The only problem with these BC Forged is that you kind of have to select your options because they're saying they're made to order. Although I don't know if they have a bench stock of these in your standard size, unfortunately. But I know that both Paragon Performance and Sissio Performance, both who I've used a lot. I mean, Sissio Performance, I spent a bunch of money there, twin turboing the C8, and then Paragon Performance, I've spent plenty of money as well with a lot of aftermarket stuff. So these BC Forged are kind of your mid-level forged wheel competitor. They have a lot more options than Titan 7 does as far as design goes. I mean, you can see here, BC Forged. Some real complicated designs. I believe they even have 2-piece and 3-piece wheel setups if you go on BC Forged website. So, you know, if you want to order these, either Paragon Performance or Sissio Performance, they are both kind of your go-to. And then BBS, you guys saw at the top, and then Titan 7. I really wish I could run these, but unfortunately, you know, I've kind of moved on from there. Now, last thing on Paragon Performance, and then we'll move on to ForgeLine for some real racing applications. And then kind of we'll close out the video with some tire selections, okay? So, and we might even have to make tires a completely different video, honestly. So, Volk TE37s, kind of the OG of the OGs. It's the classic wheel. I ordered a set of these wheels, these ones specifically, the matte black ones, and you cannot get them anymore because I ordered, I think, the last set from them. Now, unfortunately for me, one of the reasons I run 20s up front is because I have to because of my big brake kit. I have the Brembo big brake kit because apparently I am a crazy driver and blew through my stock front rotors and rear rotors on my C8 Corvette at about 2,000 miles, and Chevy refused to fix them, even though it is well known that they've had a bad batch of rotors and maybe some other brake issues. But they told me to you know, take a hike, so that's fine. So now I have cool alien fist calipers and rotors on my C8 Corvette, which looks something like this right here. So as you can see, I have to run 20s because you see how big that alien fist 6-piston caliper is with these big 380 millimeter rotors, 2-piece obviously. So long story short, the rears were no problem. They're 20 by 11s. They're super light. The fronts are 19 by 9.5, and the barrel of the wheel, not the spokes, the barrel, so that's this part of the wheel, not the spokes. The barrel just kissed the caliper, and it was so frustrating because I tried it out at the track, and so I had to basically put back on my Vorsteiner wheels, which are larger and a little bit heavier, and then I had to run mismatching wheels, which I've done before. It's not a big deal, but like it was unfortunate because I was really excited to run these TE37s. So if you have stock brakes, or if you have stock location brakes with just the gyro disc upgraded rotors, which I think I'll have to do a whole video on gyro disc rotors. I have a set out in the garage right now because I ordered them when I was trying to get inventory stuff ironed out. Anyway, these wheels are the OG setup. So if you want to be a real kind of like speed racer, if you're going to the time attack, if you're drag racing, whatever, or if you're just going for like the heavy hitter setup, this is the way to go. Some of their TE37s are in stock. I think they have the monopoly on the TE37s right now, if I remember correctly. So let's see if these black ones are in stock. Yeah, so like these straight black, not matte black, are in stock. So like if you order these right now, they ship out quick. If not next day, or if not same day, it would be next day. So like if we ordered it right now at kind of like, dark on Sunday, they would ship them out tomorrow if they have them in stock. So I highly recommend the TE37s as long as you don't have a big brake kit. They do fit the AP Racing big brake kit. It is not as beefy. It's great, but it's not as beefy as the Brembo BM6 kit. So these fit over pretty much everything except for the BM6 kit. So just be aware of that. Lastly, we are on ForgeLine, which these dudes are kind of the top of the line in my opinion, and that is why I have a set of rear beadlocks coming in for my C8 Corvette. So I'm going to show you guys what I have coming in. I have drag racing coming in because obviously I'm trying to put down some times. So I have the GS1R beadlock. They even make skinnies as well. They make skinnies for the front too to match this, but unfortunately I don't think the skinnies that are they automatically produce do not fit my application, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to get a custom set of skinnies. I'm gonna do something that looks something like this. It's gonna be black spokes and then blue rims here. So I'm gonna do 18 by 11 and then put some Mickey Thompsons on there, and yeah. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and probably wrap this video up with that. I'm gonna do another video with tires. So let's go back to wheels. Let's go back to wheels here. They have so many wheels. Let's see. So they have like heritage wheels. They have multi-piece wheels. They have carbon wheels. So here's some that I know people run who are like legit racers too, like road racers. They have the same wheel that matches this GS1R here. They have like an original 5-spoke looking deal here. Everything really in between. They also have their multi-piece wheels, which, where are we going here? Okay, so wheels. Okay. This is all of their wheels. So we already went over drag racing. They have their skinnies too, which I want to get a skinny for the C8 so bad. I feel like that just looks so cool. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so this is getting more into your two-piece look. I don't think these are actually two-piece wheels though. Concave. Here we go. What just happened? All right, let's get a little refresh here. There's so many pictures on here that we're getting into the depths of their page. Okay. Load. Okay. Yeah, we got some lip performance series. Those are actually 2-piece right there, or maybe even 3-piece. I think they're 2-piece. And then their heritage series. So 99%, if not 100% of their wheels are made to order. So their lead time I would expect to be between 5 and 10 weeks, probably closer to 10 weeks. I ordered mine probably 4 or 5 weeks ago, and we don't have them yet, but it's not a big deal because it's off season right now. So if you guys are interested in forge lines, hit up Sissio Performance. I'll hit these guys up right here. So Sissio Performance. Okay, and these are the guys who did my twin turbo kit. I'm going to be bringing the C8 back down for a even spicier tune when we put the 18s on the rear, because we're putting those Mickey Thompsons on there. And yeah, so I'll put Sissio Performance. I'll put Paragon Performance down below. I'll also put a couple other pieces of information on wheels. And then as far as tires go, I will have to do another video because this video is about to be 20-30 minutes long if I don't split it up. So with that being said, If you guys want exactly what I'm running currently, you do the Vorsteiner VPX-101s. They are 1 inch bigger, both front and rear. Then you get into the tire conversation, which stay tuned for the next video. If you guys are looking for like the OG setup or for a racing setup, either TE37s or Titan 7 wheels or BC Forged, either Paragon Performance or Sissio Performance can get those for you. And if you're looking to just get straight up hooked up and you're willing to spend some serious money, hit up Sissio Performance to go through them to ForgeLine and have them custom make you the strongest and the lightest, best wheels for whatever you are doing. I mean, ForgeLine is far and away gonna be your kind of go to. It's just they cost the most as well. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks for sticking with it. If you made it all this way, appreciate you guys subscribing, liking the video, commenting down below what wheels you're running, what wheels you're thinking about, or if you're excited for the tire video, because I'm actually going to show you tire prices. I know a lot of YouTube channels, they just kind of sit there and talk about something, or they like show you going to the tire shop or whatever. But unless it's like a hardcore review of the tire, I kind of prefer seeing prices and seeing options rather than being like, hey, look, it's a tire shop, and hey, look, they're on the car. I mean, that's useful, but I think that this is also useful because you guys are in the buying phase. You're not in the like total review phase or whatever it may be. So, hey, let me know in the comments if you agree with me or if you think this is a waste of time. So, appreciate you tuning in. Stay safe out there, and I will see you guys for the next video, which is on the tires.